Hello, hello, and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot channel. My name is Raquel. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Every time you watch one of my videos, you like or you subscribe, you help a small business, and also you help me make more videos and get my message across. So today we have another tarot reading. It's a pick a deck. And it's for work and career. So today is Monday, and Mondays we have the series that we get guidance and advice for our work and career. Now, this is a general message for the collective, right? So even if I make it interactive that you can pick a deck, so no matter where you are, you're more connected. You get to pick the fairy or the deck that resonates with you. But this is a general message. Take what resonates. And if you want us to look more in depth at your particular situation, send me a message or go to my website on my storefront at Gumroad so we can make an appointment for a personal tarot reading for you. Now, um, we have three fairies today. Again, we have the pink, the blue, and the yellow, and these three decks that are different sizes. With these are the backs of it. So let's do as always: ground, center, connect through the breath, and then you will pick the fairy or the deck that calls you. And again, take what resonates, let go of the rest, right? Because if it's not resonating with you, this message, then it's not made for you in its entirely. So just take what resonates with your soul. All right. Let's sit in a comfortable position. I always encourage and suggest that you are in a place where you're not going to be disturbed, right? So roll those shoulders back, move your neck gently from side to side. And now let's take a deep breath in together through the nose. Inhale, hold for a couple of seconds, and exhale. Elongating that exhale, making it much longer. All right. Now, without thinking, just intuitively pick the deck or the fairy that resonates with you. Ready? Okay, let's begin with the pink fairy. Okay. All right, so we will begin by setting the intention, letting the cards know what it is that we would like. Remember, one thing that I always say in my videos that I try to teach, tarot is a tool. Different readers use the tarot in different ways. I do advise that whenever you get a personal tarot reading or you contact the reader, you ask the reader what's their approach, right? So to make sure it is exactly what you're looking for. So some readers are predictive, some are more psychological or therapeutic. There are others that use it as a more self-reflection based or meditative. So tarot is a tool, it's how the reader uses it, right? Now, to let you know, I use it in a spiritual coaching and healing type of way. I ask or I invite our spirit guides to join us and, to give signs, right? Then I read the cards for you, and also I add questions to make it more reflective so you can get to your own answers, right? So the tarot is a guide, it doesn't tell you this is what you need to do. The choices are always yours, and you have the free will. All right, so now that I went on my little speech here, let's set the intention for this deck, okay? So we would like guidance and messages, advice for our work and professional life right now. our general message, and also what challenges, opportunities we face, and what is the next step forward that is recommended. And with love and light for our greatest good. All right. Okay, so let's get that first message, the general guidance for our work and career. And now, what challenges, opportunities? Okay, one card here. And also, what is advice or encourage that the next step that we take? Whoops, one, just wanted to jump. And this is one of my newest decks, and I find it absolutely stunning. So I hope you like the pictures. All right, let's go for the main guidance or advice. And it comes from the Ten of Swords, right? So here we have the air element, right? And the energy of the air element, and also of the number 10 in numerology, right? And tens are endings, culmination, right? And swords usually have to do with the intellect, with communication. And the Ten of Swords, when the spirit of this card is giving us advice, is letting us know that there is something that needs to be finished, right? There is something that we need a culmination in, something to do with our work and career. And that could mean different things. So here is where you need to self-reflect and think how this applies to you. All right, it could mean that it is time to have that difficult conversation with somebody at work to be able to move on. So if there has been an argument, a misunderstanding, or something that energy is still in the air, this card would let you know it's time to have that conversation so we can, you know, pass page, so we can go into a next phase right at work. It could also mean that if if your work is not being agreeable to you, it's like it's painful to go to your job. It's something that really it's hurting your soul, or it's you are very unhappy. This card is saying it's time to consider also, moving on. So finding a new job, something that is bringing more joy to you. So this, what the Ten of Swords is pretty much saying, is that it's time for an ending that makes a new energy come in, that is more joyful, that is less painful. And this can be different types of endings. That could be just a conversation that needs to be had, maybe, or perhaps looking for a new job, right? Or perhaps it could be that you have a project that has been, it's been a struggle going through this project or making it happen, and it's like, okay, it's time to finish it and cut your losses, type of thing. So this is what the spirit of the Ten of Swords is telling you, that it's time to move on and to put an end to something by either having a conversation with somebody, by finishing a project or letting go of a project that's not going well, or changing jobs. All right, so that's the general message. And now, what challenges that could be opportunities? And here, answers the Emperor card, right? So the Emperor, major arcana, so they always say knock knock. So you know that this is an important message that comes from the spirit of the Emperor. And who is the Emperor? So the Emperor is a divine masculine energy, right? So it's not necessarily a man, it's an energy type, and it's an energy. The Emperor would be kind of So if we have four suits in the tarot, right, the emperor is the ruler of those four kings. So we have those four kings at the end of every suit. So the emperor would even rule above those four kings. So what is the emperor's message here for your career or your professional life? It's about being very disciplined, right? He's talking about discipline. He's talking about a good foundation. He's talking about stability. So the emperor is letting you know, all right, so the challenge that can be turned into an opportunity right now for you is to set a good foundation for your career or your work life, right? To be very disciplined, to rule that part of your life that it is your career and your projects like an emperor would be. So imagine that you are an emperor right now, right? Let's just use a little visualization technique here. So imagine you are an emperor, right? An emperor of a nation or, and how would you rule? This is what the emperor is saying. How would you rule? Right? So that to make that nation go well, or if you were like the CEO of a very important company, or maybe you are, right? Or you have your own business, or whatever it is, try to imagine ruling like this emperor. So this is what this emperor talks about: self-discipline, a good foundation, creating a stability, right? So this is what the opportunity right now you have. So this is what needs to be created, right? A good, stable foundation, a lot of self-discipline, and ruling your work life. And now, this is what's the next step forward, right? And who answers the Five of Pentacles? The Five of Pentacles here, we move to the earth element and also the energy of a five. That the energies of fives are usually attributed to changes, right? And Pentacles is earth, so it's the physicality, it's the things that we can touch, it's the money, right? So the Five of Pentacles, when it's in the giving advice, is saying right now it is time to focus on building resources, right? So getting away of an scarcity mindset and making sure that you build resources, that you look for the resources around you, you get out of an scarcity mindset, and you realize that you can build things that are sustainable, but creating that self-sustainability, that knowing that you're building something and you do not have fear or a scarcity mindset. All right, so let's put it all together right now. So the main message comes from the Ten of Swords. So it's letting you know that the most important thing, or the main theme of your career work life right now is that there has to be something that needs to be ended, that needs to finish, right? Because a new energy needs to come in. And in order to do that, perhaps it's a conversation you need to have with somebody, or perhaps it's looking for a new job or a project that has been more painful than anything. Cut your losses and let it go. But it's time for you to take that step to move on from an energy that's feels saturated, right? And a challenge or opportunity that all of this brings is that it's important to create a stability, to be very disciplined, and to manage your work life like an emperor would, right? And what's the first step, the next step right now moving forward? Is getting out of the fear, scarcity mindset, looking at the resources you have around you, and moving forward from that. Perhaps for some people, sometimes we hold on to a job just because we are fearful of not trying to or not finding a new one, or we have the feeling that we are not good enough for other opportunities. So this card is letting you know, examine if you have fear or scarcity mindset, and do things to move away from that. You have resources around you, and your mind, our beliefs create in part our reality. So we are co-creators with the divine source, the universe here. So we need to get out of that scarcity and fear mindset, look at the resources around and move forward. So you can also, the main message here is to change the energy around your work and career right now. All right, I hope you liked your reading. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And like this, you will get notifications for the different videos I post. If you would like a personal reading with me, go to my website or my storefront at Gumroad and purchase either a pre-recorded reading or make an appointment for a live session that can be done either by phone or Zoom call with me, or video call if you want in another way. All right, let's look at the blue fairy. Let's move the cards a little, wake them up, and set the intention. All right, this is another beautiful deck, smaller than the other one. It is by a Spanish artist, and it's a very quite interesting. So let's set the intention, and let's the spirits of the tarot know what we want. So we would like a message, guidance, and advice for our work and career, professional life right now. The main message, what challenges can be our opportunities, and also what is the next step moving forward. And we ask in love, light, and for our highest good. All right. Let's see the main message here. All right, 2 cards came out for the main message. And let's go with the challenge that can be opportunity. Again, 2 cards. All right, and now the next step moving forward. All right. Okay, let's see who answers for our main guidance. And we have the 3 of Pentacles and the World. All right, interesting and actually really good. So the 3 of Pentacles, we have the energy of the number 3, creation, growth, and then Pentacles, that it is the earth element, right? So what is the 3 of Pentacles saying towards our professional life right now? So there is an energy of growth here. There is a momentum that we need to grab, right? So the 3 of Pentacles is saying right now, focus on building up either your career. So if the next steps into mapping out the next steps of, like, if you want to, for example, go to another type of job inside your company, right? What are the next steps to go up? If you have your own business or is thinking, okay, now it's a momentum for growth, so start planning the next steps, right? Make sure you are clear on your goal professionally, right? And then really map out those next steps, because there is a momentum of growth energy around you, right? And the world is saying, all right, the world is a major arcana. So knock, knock, we always say major arcana, extra emphasis on that. So the world usually says a culmination or a major ending in a positive way, right? So what this card supports this 3 of Pentacles by saying, okay, so you have this momentum of growth, right? You need to plan the next steps, be clear on your goal, and just move forward, because there is that momentum. And the world says, and it will culminate on an important phase in your professional life. This is because we're looking at career here in this reading. So by doing this, it's going to get you to a new phase, right? So either by focusing on your goal, taking those steps forwards, making sure you are in that momentum. What that's going to create, it's either you are going to move into a new position or move into a new company, or your business is going to take off into a different way, right? One that it's more beneficial to you. It's a change or an ending in a positive manner. All right. So very positive, these two cards together. Now let's look at the challenge that could become an opportunity, and answers the King of Wands and the Knave of Wands. So we have wands and wands. So wands is fire element, right? And we have the king, that's that masculine, again, energy, and the knave, that it's one of growth and learning. So when these cards answer, what is that challenge that we can turn in an opportunity? What's the advice here? And the King of Wands says, well, the advice is to put passion behind your work. So if you've been feeling not motivated, if you feel that there are days that you are really motivated, others that you are like blah and things, the king here says it's build up your motivation, right? Build up the passion in you. And great exercise is to remind yourself of your why or your whys. I try to always advise, have three whys of why you do something. What are your three whys? Your number one, your number two, your number three, right? And remind yourself what is your why, or your three whys, if you want to look at it this way, for this clear goal and to move forward. So right now, build up that passion, that inner fire, and that's very important, right? Adopt also a growth mindset, but a growth mindset not only towards the things at your work, but with yourself, right? Remind yourself of that it's not that you're not good at something, whatever that is, that sometimes may make you doubt or make you not feel motivated. It's adopt that growth mindset of saying, I may not know this yet, but I can do things to learn, right? To better myself, to better my circumstances. So right now, the challenges that can be opportunities is the motivation, finding that fire within, having that growth mindset with that. This is how the knave is supporting the king and moving forward. And what's the next step? What's the recommended first next step? And who answers the Nine of Cups? What a beautiful card, right? So the Nine of Cups. Now we're moving into the water element. It's mostly about our emotions, and the 9 is that number that says it's not a 10 yet. It signifies success, but we are still getting to the end here. So this 9 is just letting you know, okay, with this energy, with this momentum that you have going, and knowing that you have to work on your motivation, this card is letting you know, okay, success is there. You can smell it in whatever it is that you want, right? So a promotion, growing the business that you're growing, a project, whatever. So get that motivation up, because success is there. The energy says, the energy forecast is success along the way, but you do need to put emotion. So again, really want it, really love what you're doing, really putting that emotion for it to happen, right? All right, quick recap. Momentum is there. It is about momentum for growth and expansion. So take advantage of this energy by clear goal and moving forward, taking those step forwards. The momentum is going to build in a way that your life may change significantly because of that. Now, your challenge that you can make into an opportunity is to have passion and motivation, right? To self-motivate yourself, adopt a growth mindset, right? And the next step is to remind yourself that it is important to love what you're doing, right? And that success is almost there. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, please. Subscribe to the channel. All right, and if you want a private reading with me, you can reach out if you have any questions, or go to my website or my Gumroad storefront for either live reading that can be done by phone or via video call, or a pre-recorded reading. There is something for every budget. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. All right. Now, let's look at this deck and let's set the intention. Let's tell the cards what we want. So we would like guidance and advice for our career and work life right now, for our professional life. And what's the main guidance? What are the challenges that can be opportunities? And what is the next step forward? In love and light for our highest good. All right. Let's see. Okay. Main guidance. And now. Okay. Challenges, opportunities. And all right. One card for each. Very straightforward. Okay. All right, so who answers what is the main advice here? It's the Knight of Wands. And what does the spirit of the Knight of Wands tell us? So this is a knight, so it's action, moving forward, right? It's about not being passive. And Wands is that fire energy, the fire element that moves quickly. And the knight is saying, okay, this is not the time to be sitting around making plans, strategizing, or thinking. This is the time to take action and to do things, to take steps, to be very proactive moving forward, right? So again, no matter if you work for somebody, if you have your own business, if your goal here is a project that you are launching, whatever it is, it's about taking action, being proactive, and it's not about thinking too much. So define what's your next steps and just keep moving, right? Keep doing things forward. It's about doing this night. It's not about strategizing. So this is the forecast. This is the momentum and the advice that you're getting. And what is the challenge or opportunity? Here is the Hierophant, right? And the Hierophant is Major Arcana. So here we have the little knock. And the Hierophant says, okay, there are things that perhaps you need to learn, right? There are things that need to mostly learn, right? And this could be from having a mentor, getting help from your manager, signing up for a class or a workshop or a training, right? Right now, the important thing here for your career and your work life to go well is that there are things that you need to learn. So right now, I would advise the exercise for you to do is to reflect, right, on your main goal, right? Your main goal with your career. And then ask yourself, what is it that I need to learn, right? So if there is a job that you would like, that it's not the job you want, right? One good exercise also is to like look for these types of jobs, even if you're not applying right now, like go into a website, Indeed, LinkedIn, anything that says the jobs, and see what the qualifications are. See what they are asking for, right? And say, okay, then this, I don't have this on my resume. This I do not know. So this is something, maybe I need a training. Maybe I need to sign up for a class. Maybe I need to look into going back to school, whatever it is. Right now, there is something that you need to learn. So trying to find what it is, again, going back to school, a training, a workshop, or even working with your manager or a good mentor to take you to the next step. So this is, because it's a major arcana, this is an important step right now, okay, for you. Now, what is the next step right now? The first thing that the cards tell you. And again, we have wands. So wands, that fire element here is important. And 9, again, it's that number that it's almost success, almost there, right? It's the last effort. So the 9 of wands say, again, it's that type of push of saying, okay, be passionate about what you're doing. You're almost there. So very similar to the other one that we got right now. But the ones is about motivation, is about intention, is about the fire within you, right? And it's and when we see it with the main advice, is all about taking steps forward. So self-motivating yourself and saying, okay, I need to take steps forward here. It's important I learn something, but I have to keep going. So what are some ways, ask yourself, what are some ways that help you stay motivated, right? And right now is about having those things that help you stay motivated and moving forward. Very important to move forward with that self motivation. It's a 9, so it says almost success. It's there, it's palpable, you can smell it. But I think the most important part of the reading for you is that there is an opportunity for you to advance due to something that you need to learn, right? Learning or training in something. So I advise doing that self reflection that I talked about of like, what I need to learn, or what would be good to take me to the next step in my career, right? Maybe it's going back to school or sign up for a training or getting a mentor or a teacher, right? And then again, right now, do not sit around, do not be passive. The cards are saying be very proactive, move, take steps. So instead of the way these two cards, where they are telling me, is that instead of waiting for the right moment for things, like strategizing, like other cards would tell you, these two cards say keep moving forward. Even if you don't have if you're not sure of the next step, just do it. Just move forward. Just take that project, take your work to the next level, right? And make sure you look into what would be necessary to learn, right? Or to train in to achieve your overall goal. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. You always help me by liking, subscribing, or just viewing these videos. That helps me grow. This is a very small business, and I love putting videos out there for you. But you can help me, even if right now is not the right moment for you to purchase a reading for me, a personal reading, or to make an appointment for a session. Just by viewing the video, just subscribing, just liking, that helps small channels, right? So if you want to help creators grow in whatever field, this is a tarot channel, but know that by viewing the video, by liking and subscribing, you help them. And if, in my case, if you want us to look at your personal situation, because this is a general message for the collective, know that I offer private live sessions that can be done either by phone, text or video call. We have 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 1 hour, and also pre-recorded readings. So again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I send you all the best for this the end of this week, and stay tuned because tomorrow is Tuesday, so we're going to be looking at love and relationships. All right, brightest blessings.